16 years ago that England beat West Germany to win the World Cup. That under-21 triumph last night was the first trophy England have won above youth level since then. And in those 16 years, the Germans have been the most consistent football nation in the world, finishing first, second and third in different World Cups and reaching 3 European Championship finals. But the Wembley crowd are hoping that Bobby Robson's revised England side will now embark on a similar journey. The last stop for 21-year-old Gary Mabbutt of Spurs before his full international debut was the player's entrance to pass out tickets to his many family and friends from Bristol. But for others, Wembley is just near home. Ricky Hill of Luton lives in nearby Cricklewood and once used to sell programmes outside the ground, while Cyril Regis could see the Twin Towers of Wembley from his Willesden home when he played for Hayes. And one of his Southall opponents in those days was Alan Devonshire, born 3 miles away at Park Royal. While David Armstrong's path to Wembley took rather longer, he came via Middlesbrough, Australia, where he won his first England cap, and Southampton. So, those 5 names figure in Bobby Robson's first home match as manager, various mishaps having ruled out Francis, Hoddle, Brian Robson, Anderson and Koppel. West Germany have 7 of their World Cup final team. None of the squad have played here before, and there are 2 new caps. Number 3, Gert Strack, is the sweeper from Cologne. Number 8, Norbert Meyer, is a forward from Werder Bremen. But if you ask the Germans why they lost the World Cup final, they'll tell you that their captain, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, was only 60% fit and should never have started the match. Bobby Robson walking out for his first match at Wembley as England manager, and no doubt pleased to see the Union Jacks in the background. The referee is Karoli Palatai of Hungary, who many people thought should have had the World Cup final. The Germans wearing green shirts and white shorts, playing from left to right in the first half. And it'll be interesting to see how they pick up man for man, and also how the Germans play themselves in attack. This is Manny Kautz. Karl-Heinz Forster, one of the 2 brothers. Gets it back from Meyer. Briegel. And the goalkeeper, Schumacher, will get some reaction from the crowd after the World Cup incident involving the French player Battiston, although the 2 players have made it up, and Schumacher was actually a guest at Battiston's wedding recently. None of the German players has appeared at Wembley before, but Joep Derwaal, the manager, did. He made his international debut here as a player back in 1954. David Armstrong with the tackle. Referee Palatai, well known for allowing play to flow. Devonshire. Inside for Regis. This is Armstrong. Mabbutt has pushed on in this attack. Butcher now. And the tackle from Karl-Heinz Forster on Mariner. The first example of the ruthless man-to-man marking. Karl-Heinz, the younger of the 2 brothers, number 4, voted Footballer of the Year by the German journalists. Butcher is forward for the free kick on the far side. Mabbutt is waiting to come in as well. Mariner made the early run. And this morning at the England training session, Don Howe, the coach, was working hard on those free kicks. Mariner, the man to make the first run in, as Wilkins seizes the chance to play the ball early, and Mariner appeared to claim a corner with some justification. Wasn't given. Wilkins sliding in on Karl-Heinz Forster, and that was a touch of revenge there. Forster was the player who damaged Mariner a moment earlier. Wilkins went crashing into him in the middle of the field, and the Germans appear very concerned about what may have happened here. His brother Ben went rushing straight to Karl-Heinz, when he fell. Rummenigge also calling to the bench. And Joep Durbal has come onto the pitch to talk to Strack, as though a stretcher will mean the end of Karl-Heinz Förster. I would imagine that the Germans will accommodate Hieronymus into their defence, although he's played quite a lot in midfield as well. And what a blow for the German Footballer of the Year, regarded as the best man marker in Europe just at the moment, Karl-Heinz Förster. So they would think now that Hieronymus will take over as sweeper and Strack will go to Mark Mariner. Hieronymus is wearing 13, plays for Hamburg, and I'm afraid at the other end of the field, the very sad sight of Karl-Heinz Förster being carried off, obviously badly hurt. Thompson. Strack in front of Mariner. They've met before when Ipswich played Cologne in the UEFA Cup, and Strack on that occasion went off injured. Sansom. Thompson. And Wilkins well forward here for England. Ricky Hill. News from the dressing room is that Karl-Heinz Förster is having stitches in a gash, although from the way they put the substitute on, there was never any question of them waiting to see whether he would come back. They seemed to know how serious it was the minute he went down. Matthäus. There's Wilkins. Sansom. Butcher. England carrying the game through here. It's Butcher still on the ball. Good run by him too, wide to David Armstrong. Mariner is coming in for the cross. He fell. Was he checked by the defender? He thought so. He appealed. Nothing given. Hieronymus. Rummenigge. Armstrong. Looks wide for Ricky Hill. Mabbutt outside him. That's Hill into Regis. The chest off was for Wilkins. It was the ambition of Ray Wilkins' father to see him play, or rather to lead an England team at Wembley. And how sad it is that as Ray Wilkins has this shot, his father George is not yet well enough to be here. He's been in hospital recently, but he is watching on television tonight, I gather. And Ray was certainly well up with the forwards there. Well, the match in Madrid was cagey because the teams, it was said, paid each other too much respect, and it rather looks from the first 20 minutes tonight as though the Germans are again penalising themselves with lack of ambition in terms of the number of players they're pushing forward. But it may be early days to draw any firm conclusions about that. Riegel, for one, is at least making strides to get there now. And so too is Rummenigge. Lofts one in, and Kenny Sansom having to stretch. And the shot was by Bernd Förster. And the defending done at the expense of a corner by Devonshire. Couch to take this one. Little Meyer was in there with the flick. Armstrong away. Hieronymus from Regis. Also on that side, Mateus. Not a bad ball in, and what a good save! Meyer with the header, and a brilliant save by Peter Shilton. Mateus, a superb cross, and Norbert Meyer comes in here. Unmarked, look at that, and Shilton turned it over. Here's Counts. Well, they say goalkeepers like making those type of saves because it was straight above him, but he had to be quick because they'd left Meyer absolutely clear. Hill. Rummenigge. Armstrong. Regis. And Armstrong coming in, and don't be surprised to see him in there, because an unlikely character he may be in some ways, yet he scored 15 league goals last season, and he is one of those midfield players who will get into goal-scoring positions. Proudly on display at Wembley tonight, the trophy won by the England under-21 side when they beat West Germany on aggregate in that two-leg final. Phil Thompson. Mariner. Regis trying to get in, he might! Good save, Schumacher. It's going to come to Ricky Hill. This goalkeeper's very, very alert coming off his line. And that might bring a smile to one or two faces after one incident in Spain, but he is a very competent goalkeeper. Armstrong, Mariner. And Hieronymus is the defender, dwelling a bit. And was he pushed by Devonshire? So, 10 minutes to go in the first half here at Wembley in this friendly international. England 0, West Germany 0. England have had more of the game, but West Germany had perhaps the best clear opportunity when Meyer's header was tipped over. And that's a very poor kick by Schumacher. So Butcher will look for the knock-on again at the near post. Oh, bit of elbows in there. Armstrong. Turned it in nicely. Mabbutt shot! So close to a goal in his first international at this level. Rummenigge. Mabbutt struck that absolutely instantly. As the ball came out of a crowded penalty area, Schumacher to his left and off the post. And reminders of the match in the World Cup in Madrid, which ended in a 0-0 draw, because that's the position at half-time at Wembley tonight. But Joep Derval's plans certainly upset by the early injury to his centre-back, Karl-Heinz Förster, who is now in a nearby hospital with what the Germans are calling a serious calf muscle injury and over 20 stitches in a gash in his leg after a collision with Ray Wilkins. Gary Mabbutt had England's best shot, which hit the post. The Germans had a couple of opportunities, but at half-time, no score. The Germans tonight are aiming to become the first nation from overseas, first foreign team ever to win at Wembley twice. But England had more shots in the first half, and here's Devonshire, checked on the edge of the area. It was just outside, I fancy, by Bernd Förster. England in the first half had 11 goal attempts to Germany's 4. And there could be one coming up here from the free kick. Regis, corner. And up goes Butcher, mistake by Schumacher. Well, how they survived there, I don't think they're even sure. Armstrong. And it's still dangerous as Mariner comes in. And Mabbutt pokes it back, and Ricky Hill couldn't control it. Schumacher's twice been very fortunate when the ball has been skidding across an unguarded goalmouth. Armstrong. Mateus. Oh, Armstrong. He won it, he shot, he got it back, he found Ricky Hill. Determination there by David Armstrong. And indeed by an England team in general. Good advantage played by the referee there. Wilkins across to Mabbutt. Into Hill. Back to Regis. Was fortunate in that opening England attack. Joep Derval's West Germans have only been beaten once by a European nation in the last 4 years, and that was by Italy in the World Cup final. Butcher. Mariners making a run down the left. Checked a bit now as England bring Thompson forward. Devonshire, who crossed from left to right. Oh, it was nicely done. This is Wilkins with the cross. Regis far post. Hill! Good save by Schumacher from Ricky Hill. Ray Wilkins with the chip ball to the far post. Regis the header back. Hill the flying header. Schumacher the flying save. Made it look very spectacular. Now he comes out to meet Butcher, and it's going to come down to Wilkins. And the Germans breaking ominously here. Rummenigge's got Kaltz forward and Arlofs. Actually, they haven't made the most of those quick thrusts, the Germans, and England are back on the attack now. Devonshire to Mariner. Thompson. Wilkins. Devonshire pulling wide now. Away by Strack. Then it was Meyer. Foul by Phil Thompson. So a bubbling opening 10 minutes here in the second half. Possession football, but not always popular with the crowd. Alofs. Oh, it's a good ball, Rummenigge! Oh. Memories of Madrid in a way there when he was quiet for so long and then thundered a shot against Shilton's crossbar. Well, on that occasion, it was a good ball through. And Rummenigge, probably speaking with his record behind him, Alofs pass, Rummenigge will no doubt feel he should have scored. Shilton perhaps takes credit for closing down the angle. And there's no doubt now the Germans are breaking swiftly and intelligently from deep positions and starting to examine the England defence. There's Strack. Briegel looks up to see Rummenigge making another one of those runs. Two defenders this time. Butcher and Sansom possibly in each other's way, but the idea being to keep Rummenigge out. Here's Strack. Let it go to Alofs, and that took a deflection. Corner to West Germany. Peter Shilton winning his 44th cap tonight, and as always, hoping for a clean sheet, but the Germans are having a good 10 minutes here. Alofs with the corner. And Strack was up, but so was Butcher. Bobby Robson pensive. That's easy for Shilton. But it's Dremler picking up the loose ball. Counts. And again, that's nicely played. And so is that. Oh, and Armstrong's pass went wrong. Rummenigge. Side netting, but Shilton got a hand to it. And what an important save it was. Unfortunate for Armstrong, the back pass here ricochets, and as it does so against his own player, Rummenigge is in from a, well, not too bad an angle. Shilton a good save. And Briegel came in round the back. So the West Germans preparing to make their second substitution. Referee hasn't yet spotted that. Rummenigge. And the corner to West Germany. Now the substitution can be made. Pierre Littbarski, who will replace Meyer. Littbarski, who scored a hat-trick in that under-21 final second leg only last night in Bremen. So he comes on 24 hours later for the senior side. Just over 20 minutes left. And it's a corner to the Germans. And a header out by Regis as far as Dremler. Substitutes warming up. Sent through to Littbarski, and now Rummenigge. That's easily done by him. Rummenigge, the scorer for West Germany. Jupp Derval applauds. Littbarski, who's just come on, plays a part in the goal. Coming 17 minutes from the end, Rummenigge, who'd been lying in wait for an opportunity like this. Littbarski is the player there who touches the ball back to him, away from two England defenders, and that finish absolutely clinical. England 0, West Germany 1, 73 minutes. Wilkins. Well, it was on the cards because the West Germans had had a very good spell indeed, having Rummenigge checking the time, but just see here how coolly he takes it, pulling away from the defence. Shilton does all the right things perhaps, but Rummenigge waits for him to commit himself and jabs the ball over him. Hill. Foul. Same player as before, that should be a booking for Wolfgang Dremmler. He's done that twice now, yellow card, still in use in Europe, the yellow card. Shown to number 6, Dremmler. And you can see why. Well, here we are, look at this. Graham Rix, Tony Woodcock and Luther Blissett. And off goes Paul Mariner, off goes David Armstrong, and off goes Cyril Regis. Well, I haven't seen that happen before. 3 at once. Bobby Robson then deciding that a wholesale change was what was called for. And it's got the crowd going again. Rummenigge. Here's Littbarski. Rummenigge's arriving! Oh, it's there! 2-0. And the same combination works again for the Germans. Derval's team go 2 in front. It's the near post ball. Rummenigge sticking out a foot as he slid in there. And 2-0 to the Germans. Let's just see it from behind the goal. Littbarski with the cross. Rummenigge just getting his foot in front of the defender. And so, despite making their triple substitution, England almost immediately go 2 goals behind. Terry Butcher tried awfully hard to get to Rummenigge there, but that near-post ball, as Bobby Robson well knows, is a West German speciality. So it looks as though England's run of 13 unbeaten matches is coming to an end here. Listen. By Hieronymus on Hill. Chipped into the far post, there's a chance there. Oh, Gary Mabbutt was in there again. What a good effort. So close. And Butcher's on the near post, turned back and driven into the net by Tony Woodcock. consolation at least for Bobby Robson's team as Tony Woodcock, once of Cologne, scores against the Germans. From the corner, Terry Butcher's presence on the near post, again important. He held the ball on, Woodcock turned and thrashed that into the top corner. So this has developed now into a very exciting international being played in pelting rain. The score, England 1, West Germany 2. And there are 5 minutes to go. Crowd is 68,000. They've paid £416,000 to watch the match. Just a reminder that Armstrong, Mariner and Regis were the three players who left the field in that triple substitution of England's. So the two wide men, Devonshire and Hill, are still on, and so is Mabbutt. Bobby Robson managing a smile. Germans just knowing enough, though, in that situation. Stefan Engels there of Cologne going off and being replaced by, or rather, Engels coming on, I should say, and the man who's gone off is number 9, Arlofs. Woodcock. England force a corner. Rousing finish. Devonshire takes, plays it back to Kenny Sansom, whose control let him down. Still found Wilkins. And the referee blows to signal a West German victory by 2-1, and they become the first team from an overseas nation to win at Wembley twice, thanks to Rummenigge in the main. England's run of 13 games without defeat ends despite a late revival in which Tony Woodcock scored. A bright second half. The Germans playing some very good stuff to go 2 up. England showing good